Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we fight the divinity in every run, the 7 a.m. edition. Why is it the 7 a.m. edition? Because I woke up at 5 a.m. and I've been sitting here for a couple hours and haven't made any progress on sleeping. So here I am recording Monster Train. It's honestly, I don't think there's any particular reason for not having slept. It was just that I had this really bizarre dream where I was working the counter of a particularly difficult retail job that required I do a ridiculous amount of math offhand and manage like 6 orders at the same time. So I woke up tired because I had been doing so much math. It felt like I had just finished a test of some kind of math course at university or whatever. Absolutely wild. Now, unfortunately, I kind of wanted to sleep more, obviously, because sleep is good, but also because I got injured the other day in the stupidest way. So, I've talked about this before on the channel. I do some kind of workout every single day as kind of a means of staying sane. I really enjoy having some kind of physical activity every day. So, as part of that, I run 2 miles. And it's gotten dark lately. I mention this all because at the last part of my run a couple days ago, I landed hard on my right foot on an upturned gravel pyramid. So this is, if you imagine the road's just like someone drives over it and a piece of rock flies out of the road. Well, this piece of rock was like pulled out and it landed on the flat side of it. It's like a D4. This was the way it was described to me. I landed on a D4, and except it was just very large and a piece of gravel road. So I like bruised the bone on my foot or something. I will simply say as well that it is the most positive endorsement I can give for my very expensive athletic shoes that my injury was not worse. I didn't actually break a bone or trip or fall or take any other hits or anything like that. So, big shout out to Athletic Shoes. I'm not going to tell you the brand because they don't pay me any money to advertise for them, but if you're interested, you could hit me up on Discord or whatever and I'll tell you. That said, this is here's your interesting idea for the day. If you or someone you know does any kind of running seriously, do some research on athletic shoes and pick a pair that makes sense for you. I do all my running since COVID in like roads and things, and the roads are very uneven, so I highly prioritized stability and road wear for my running shoes, and is a great decision. It takes a long time for your feet to acclimate to the shoes because well, they're different. The internals are different, the way they land is different. Your feet and your control muscles are going to get really sore really quick when you first start using them. After about a couple weeks it gets a little better. You're gonna be slower and you're going to run less, but once you get over that initial hump for a couple weeks, you'll be back to where you were, and it will be excellent. So anyway, this one pivoted from not enough sleep to foot injury to buy athletic shoes. So that's my intro for the day. That's where my brain is at 7 a.m. Incredible. Go team. Let's play some Monster Train. What are we doing today? Let's see, last run was a sentient run. It brought us up to 225 wins on the series, which is good. We had double quick multi-strike incant armor 2 with Animus of Will infusions on a nameless siren, a very highly aggressive floor, all behind a cultivating 3 sentient. There was a root split mask, double stack siren song locking floors down, and we incanted to victory. There was a really good in-graft play. I think it was a spell chain -1 in graft. I can't recall, but very good at drawing me cards and, also very good at incanting. Really what it comes down to. A great card in general, very flexible, which is one of the reasons I like it. Anyway, today I guess we're playing Tethys. Okay, fair enough, Monster Train. You've got to do it sometime. It is what it is. So let's get in on it. As always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get in on this. Let's do it. See what we hit. See what we have today. One of the reasons I didn't start recording as soon as I woke up is I was still tired enough that I would not have been able to form coherent sentences. So instead, I just kind of lingered here and played some and completely botched my win streak on Slay the Spire on mobile. I was on a 3-0, and then I just threw 3 times in a row on Ironclad. I was like, all right, whatever. Just took an elite too early on the first one. Bad times, but it happens. It is what it is. I don't really take my Slay the Spire gameplay all that seriously. I play when I'm tired. It's interesting, but I'm currently, man, I missed a 5-0 recently on A20 heart rotating. I was a little sad about that. I lost on Watcher. Man, it felt bad. It was a real tough run. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's play some Monster Train, huh? We didn't get the worst possible clan combo. We did okay. We are, yeah, all good. What am I doing? I'm getting ahead of myself. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just fine. Nothing too terrible to report other than being sleepy, but all good. I think this is, this is a full week of work for me. I was thinking about holiday schedules because we're in between that Thanksgiving and Christmas time for me while recording. So I was deciding, do I actually get a day off this week or not? And I don't think I do. And that's okay. I mean, I could just take a day off if I really wanted it, right? I could just simply take a day. That's what it's there for. But I'm not going to. So let's play Monster Train. Those are unrelated. It's all good. Today we are default Stygian, default Umbra. We are facing Pushback Talos, Gross. We have Rage Arcus and Patient Seraph. Patient is always a challenge, but at least this clan combo affords some tools to address it, right? You get Prismal Dusts or things like that. Our starting cards are Mollusk Mage, Perils of Production, and Frenzied Swarm. Interesting. It's interesting because I don't think Mollusk Mage is very good. He's not long for this world. He's okay early for the Frozen Lands. I mean, if you have to take him, he's not that bad. But Perils is great. Opens up magic shops immediately for a holdover. Love spell chains on that. 2 of them is always nice when you have it like this. Frenzied Swarm, however, could be an answer to Patient, potentially. Could also be an answer to survivability in general. This is also immediately a competition between 2 holdover targets here, right? Frenzied Swarm is an excellent holdover target if I don't hit something like, I don't know, Quick or Light's Gift or whatever. Even then, Light's Gift, I mean, you'd still want to answer Patient somehow, so I guess we'll see. Temples today are 2, 4, 5, 7. Sure, 4 temples. They're kind of scattered about. Nothing really exciting to report there. Dupe on 8 is Magic Side. It's not great. Nothing exciting there. Magic Shop, Steel Shop on 7. No removals anywhere. They're both kind of fine. You've got a Cave with the Magic Shop and a Horde with the Steel Shop. And then some other stuff scattered about. There's a good Trinket Shop with Horde and Vortex on 6, but there's no money, which means I have to come prepared with cash. It competes with a pretty weak Magic Shop. It doesn't have anything exciting, just health and money, so I don't know. We'll see. No steals, though. No steal there. Good Steel Shop, however, on 5 with Vortex and Cave, like that. Competes with a random Hellvent, nothing special. Almost 100% going to that Steel Shop, unless I guess I desperately need the dupe. It is a dupe temple, I suppose. Could be like Shark Angle, maybe. Removal dupe on 4. No shops at all on 4. Interesting. Stygian Banner Horde, money as well. Interesting. That means we get a double early. Yeah, we get double steel, double magic. First Steel Shop has a Stygian banner, which is better than an Umbra banner. Second Steel Shop does have that Umbra banner, however. Interesting. And then you've got Magic Shop Health. I don't know, nothing there looks amazing. It's Tethys, so we're going to look at the Forge first. Ugh. Conduit Handheld Totem. I don't love any of that. I guess you can get away with something like Perils on the Handheld Totem. You could always pivot into Chillwind later. It's kind of rough. It does give me access to the backline, which maybe matters. Conduit's really bad here. I have none of my starting cards are good for it other than Frozen Lance. That's very low impact. It's nice if I see an Incanter, but it's really risky, right? I mean, Handheld Totem is pretty garbo too, admittedly. That's a tough call. If I had double Stygians, I might go in on the Conduit here. I don't think Conduit's a very safe play. I think I'm gonna go handheld totem. I think that's... I don't like it, but none of those are good. Hey, Light's Gift, I was talking about it. Light's Gift means the holdover goes into perils if I see it, which is amazing. Cheater's Hand does not even remotely compare. This also makes Divine Boons free, which is amazing. I would have probably taken it anyway. Ooh, Clergy plus Light's Gift is excellent. It's all free. Even though it is an aggressive amulet, Tethys clears it. Honestly, pretty good. Alright, it's going to be Tethys, Mollusk Mage, Rain Steward. Our plan here... Don't play these perils right now. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Our plan is to get another Mollusk Mage on that floor. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and play second Mollusk Mage here, and I'm going to Frenzied Swarm middle. The reason is because it gives me a chance to connect with the Collector, and it does kill a guy, I guess. Right? Oh, really? I didn't hit the Frozen Lance? Is there any way I can get past this? 7-7, 7-7. No, there's not. There's no way. No physical way. That is a real bummer. 7, no, because of the... Yeah, sadly, because of the aggressive amulet, I can't do it. If these were... If I didn't take the aggressive amulet, I actually get the Collector here. That's a bummer, but it's worth it for the... Yeah, it's super worth it anyway. I'm not even mad about it, really. It's just annoying. Okay. This is not great in the sense that this floor sucks. It does essentially no damage. So let's play Frozen Lance, Shade Splitter here. I could tank here. And we get a couple rounds at least. Or a round at least. We kill a guy. We at least clear this, but our damage is very low here. Very low. We're going to Frozen Lance out there. Frozen Lance. Do I just YOLO this Perils? To do, I don't know, a little more damage? This is going to be bad. I'm hopefully hitting at least a couple Frozen Lances next turn. I'm banking on it, right? You could have maybe not played the Train Steward and fed some morsels in. That probably would have been safer, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it a little more. We do get a lot of turns, at least. I don't know. I don't think this Perils is worth it. We want to... If we get 2 Frozen Lances, we want to play both Frozen Lances here. Yeah, okay. So we actually, sadly, get slapped for 12. Yeah, fine. Okay. You know what? I'll take 12. I think we could have gotten 0 there if I had not played that Train Steward in that floor and instead used some of those morsels for frontline. So that's... It's one of those where, like, I think that works out, but we also, if these had been Ember morsels, which are much more common, that wouldn't have been better, right? We would have actually lost damage. It's hard to say. I'm going to take Flash Freeze here. Pings are good. Sure, pings are good. Prismal Dust, Patient. We click these. Yes, 100%. Mind Collapse, Packed Morsels. I already have a ping. Prismal Dust for sure. This is abysmal. Not worth it at all. I'm going to take the Collector because it's the most likely to get me out of Talos, but it's not good. Okay? We're just going to be clear about that. It is not good. Yeah, it's a bad infusion. It's a bad everything, but it's at least a unit. This wins Ring 2 as well. We're going to go to the Steel Shop because I would like a Siren. Probably. I realize Magic Shop... Oh my god. Multi-Strike and Incant Armor 2. I mean, it's going to be Cold Kalia, right? With a Multi-Strike Incant Armor 2, I'm going to take Cold Kalia. It's objectively superior to Tethys. Yeah, okay. With that in the shop, it's hard to say no. We have to do it. It's not a Siren, sadly, but it's good. Good enough, in my opinion. I think it wins. I think it gets there. We're going to go ahead and click the spell chain into a Perils of Production here. I think that's fine. 10 in Piercing, I'm not going to commit. I think this floor wins these next combats pretty comfortably. I'm okay with that. It's a good upgraded unit. It's not a good unit, though. I would love Nothing more than the spikes here. I can get around it. Tethys kills herself. That's probably okay. I gave up on Shark because of those upgrades, by the way. I don't like the spikes. She is going to hurt herself very badly, which... Well, our buddy boy Crucible Collector, if I give him at least some morsels, will potentially take this. I suppose that's true. I think we can get away with this. I'm doing this because you have to understand I really want to go to Magic Shop here. Okay. Now, if you spell chain here, so Train Steward down below, he attacks into spikes, he doesn't attack into spikes because of the upgraded Reconciler. It's a real shame. What if I Tethys down here? Does she kill herself? She does. Good. Perfect. Okay, because the angle I want to take is Collector upstairs. And we're going to go ahead and have Tethys murder herself for 6 damage shield up front. I'm pretty confident that wins Relentless. Yes. Alright, this is good. We're going to go ahead and give up the incant to dodge the... what am I trying to say? The Ember Drain. Right. Guy passes away downstairs. That's pretty good. So we can play Train Steward, Mollusk Mage middle. Mollusk Mage does kill itself, but that's okay. We could have missed Collector here, but it also could have been worse in general. Yeah, it's fine. So this helps simply because bonk, we get the kill in the back. I do need to incant here. The main reason, I like this jeweler here, we're gonna take hits. And it's unfortunate, but it's okay. I'm doing this because I think I don't pass away here. I just take 2 extra, so what's 6 extra damage there. The rest of this is fine. We're going to kill one guy in the back because I want to avoid these curses like the plague. I'll take an Umbra morsel here. It's fine. I think we win in the front. Yeah, we win in the front is an important piece of intel. I mean, with the Frenzied Swarm, he almost never swings. Yeah, this is good. Okay, we took 6 damage for 75 gold, and that's okay with me. It puts us in a very good position for this magic shop, because I would like now to find a Perils upgrade. Second Flash Freeze, Ice Tornado Crypt Builder. I don't know, I have no synergy with Crypt Builder other than Frenzied Swarm, but it's unlikely I go that route. I'm much more likely to go something like Intrinsic Prismal Dust. Yeah. Ice Tornado is terrible, and I don't need a second Flash Freeze. I think we skip that. Immortal Trade. Immortal Trade is pretty good if I go in on Gold Kalia and these Perils angle, which I think I am. Let's click it. It's a nice one to have. We're going Magic Shop here. Yes. Give me a holdover, coward video game. You know you want to. You know you want to. That is a remove consume. This is a Divine Boons in the middle. Well, let's make... Frenzied Swarm is a good card to have here. I have no other discards, so it's never at risk. So I can do something like 0 cost this and then prepare it for a double stack if I have to. I think that does help. Sure. The plus 10 is not very inspiring here. I'm not going to put that into a Frozen Lance or a Flash Freeze. Remove Consume is... I mean, I guess Prismal Dust, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not holdover. It's coward video game. What do I think about double stacking the Prismal Dust here? That's an interesting option. Probably a little bit stronger in general. I actually really like the double days, right? It's pretty good. It's not a good X5 target if we see it. I mean, if we see an X5, I'm just going to X5 Perils with Spell Chain, and I remove enough cards that I draw it every turn and it's essentially holdover. It's very bad in the mid game, but it's very good in the late game. That's true. Let's go ahead and save these upgrades in case we see something really good like an old magic or whatever. If I see an X5, it's never going to be like, what, double stacked Frenzied Swarm. It's going to go straight into the perils and we chill. So we're going to take the Concealed Caverns here. Wingmaker. I mean, I think it has to be Thunderstone, Cold Kalia. This is really itching for that holdover, though. Where are my magic shops? Oof, no magic shops for rings 4 and 5. We could play it super, super chill. Like, no more shards whatsoever until I get magic shop, magic shop, magic shop, and just hunt hard for holdover. Alternatively, what I discussed earlier is possible if you remove everything. If you remove everything. Now, I could also make her... oh, it's not Thunderstone. What was I saying? I make her small. Small is good, actually, here, because it's also plus 10 damage. Yeah, it's for sure this. She's tiny. This is 22 now. Man, I thought, for some reason, my brain went to Thunderstone here, and I was considering something like Sapstone instead. That's just objectively wrong. We just have tiny Cold Kalia, and she wrecks. She's overstacked and very strong. Okay, that's good. Wingmaker would have been cool here as well, but I don't think it matters that much. I'm going to go ahead and... Do I need to hold out for an intrinsic here? Maybe. I think I need to hold out for an intrinsic on the Prismal Dust, so we're going to double stack the Frenzied Swarm. This becomes another tool in our tool belt, I think. Yes, I think so. There's no shops of import coming up at all, right? I'm going to, what, the removal dupe? And then the consideration becomes, do I just YOLO dupe perils? That's a problem for later me. Do I buy a removal right now? Maybe. Maybe? It's tough because I don't like buying removals in general pre-Ring 3's fight, because you could always get Malika's event that lets you purge Train Stewards for free, which would be excellent here for the record. But I also don't want to remove Frozen Lances right now, and the answer is simply because I need to be able to incant for armor. I guess I don't have a good infusion right now. Probably going to that Stygian banner, maybe. I mean, it depends a lot on what units I see from Talos. I think we beat this no matter what. I'm going to put the -1 in a Flash Freeze. I think this is overall better for my run. I'm going to save that slot. Hef's Consolation. Are we strong enough? Maybe. Maybe? Maybe. If you take this money now, what does this actually get me? Because I can't do anything with it for a good long while. It's essentially saying, hey, I want to buy... What is that? 60, 90? I can buy one removal. Is that worth it right now? I don't think we're that desperate. We're gonna chill, and we sit around and just let it happen. That's okay. Now we do have to decide how we want to approach Talos. Some of this is going to depend on which banner unit I see first. We see all units first. Sure, why not? Pretty sure this is going to be Crucible Collector, Cold Kalia together, and I'm going to try to tank this with morsels. We'll play Tethys into a Train Steward middle, because she's liable to survive. Sure. Sure. We do get an enemy passing away, so we're just going to go ahead and buff that. Now you could... I don't need to. I was going to say you could buff in the back and kill these enemies, but it does not matter. We take our incants upstairs where we can. Those are some pretty solid incants. I'm going to take the lifesteal and damage morsel. I'm going to play morsel in middle. It does some extra damage. Why not? Take another incant. Armor is your friend. Sure. She goes upstairs. Now I'd like to draw a morsel here. We don't. So instead I face tank this with a Train Steward and we chill. Honestly, beautiful. Let's save Tethys. That's cool. She got that morsel, so she's now doing 11. I may as well incant. There's no reason not to. True statement. Cool. Thanks, Train Steward. Honestly, thanks, Hef's Consolation. Did a lot of work there, in my opinion. I would like to morsel here. These are morsels that are worth it. Yeah, Lifesteal is your friend. Great work. I can incant here, or I could... It's not an Ember morsel, so let's avoid the Immortal Trade into my front unit, though I think it is a free win, but I think we're okay either way. Flash freeze the boss. This Frostbite is worth more than anything else I could do. Get rid of a Train Steward, all good. We're going to lose Tethys soon, and I'm not mad about it. The fact that she's even lasted as long as she has is a miracle. I can actually keep her alive. That is among the stupidest things I think I've seen. Let's think about top floor, actually. Is there any way I can actually do this? I save 2 health by putting Mollusk Mage down. I think it would hit 32. You have to put him in front, which is kind of stupid. But it works. Is that worth 2 health? It is. It is, right? Yeah, it is. Alright, fine. And then you shoot. Oh, math. No, it doesn't actually matter. Anyway, we're going to keep Tethys alive, I suppose. So, send it. Fine. Well, whatever. Now I just kind of messed up my own incants. I thought it would be fine. I did not do the math real quick, and that's okay. Well, actually, it does end up helping here. We're going to go ahead and just slam some stuff. I play Peril's Middle because it's free. And then I get to just send it upstairs because it saves some lifesteal, I suppose. I'll take it. Sure. Sure. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you find a Rubble Morsel. We play the Immortal Trade. We are cruising, in fact. Seems good to me. Cool. We get out of it. We easily win this combat, no problems. Good job. Thanks, Mollusk Mage, I guess. Fine. Sure. Alright, this is good. So we get out of this combat. Now, give me a unit that doesn't suck. Would be great. Umbra Stone is pretty good. I can use this to push extra damage from my Cold Kalia. It also goes away, which I like. I'm really thinking about this remove everything, make more perils angle, which is an option. I'm going to take the Umbra Stone. I think it's right for this run. I skipped Ancient Synergy for it. Now, Morsel Maker, not a good infusion, but that is bonus damage and health. Like, being clear, it's not a good infusion, but it's better than I think some of the alternatives are. I'm giving up Shark for it. I don't need Steel Shops. I want Tunnel Vision Magic. Alright, Morsel Maker it is, I think. I've given up Shark twice on this run, good grief. We'll do that. Now, Rage Arcus. Draw is strong because Perils. I think it has to be Draw. It's not Space. It's not Ember for any reason. Yeah, and I can actually get away with the removal dupe here. Okay. Good. We didn't get Malika. I'm not mad about it. It's just something to keep in mind. We're going to burn 2 Train Stewards because units are hard to play. I'm going to take the Dark Forge. Sure, Tethys, sure. Conduit? I guess you make some cards free? Kind of? Is that even worth considering? I don't know. I don't like that. But I don't really want Tethys on floor, so I guess Conduit? Sure. If she ever lives, she actually swings a lot of spell weakness into the floor, although it kind of doesn't matter that much. It might have mattered if I taken that Ancient Synergy. I guess I'll pivot. She's basically dead on this run. This champion is pointless to me. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Plus 30, 10 in piercing, no. I do think it is correct to take the Morsel Maker infusion now. It's going to be really important for my scaling, because she doesn't actually gain bonus damage in any other way, which is scary. Horrifying, in fact. And now we must consider, do I just go ham here? It's a really hard decision to make. Huh. You just make another one of these? Do I give in and go this? 3 of them in a 27 card deck? It's not consistent enough. What are my redraws, right? What am I redrawing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can do better. 1, 5, 9, 10, 11, 15, 18. So 3 of them in an 18 card deck? Guess. I think it's right. I don't like it. Don't take anything else. We're staying at 60 here. It's already more shards than I would have wanted. We get out of it, though. Clip Tormentors. Among the worst possible enemies for us to fight. Don't take this. This Heaven Seal is liable to murder me. If I can get Tethys to swing, can I? Kind of. Be considerate with our Ember here. I'll give up the oh no, my incant armor too. Let's put our floor together to the best of our ability. Alright, there she is. Let's Tethys middle. It's unlikely that... I mean, it could give me money. I guess. I don't love this. I mean, it potentially does get me money if I can get her to swing here. Huh? I mean... Sure, right? I guess I could have given the worse morsel there. Didn't really matter that much, I suppose. Let's avoid doing anything stupid with our... Yeah, I could have played the worst morsel there. But I kind of wanted the Ember. I was imagining something being pretty rough here. Okay. Tethys is almost certainly dying here. Yeah, she actually swings. Good for her. I'm going to kill the curse on bottom floor because absolutely. And then, well, maybe not. There is spell weakness on the floor. I think we want to frostbite this front guy because of the spikes. And then I could... What, Frenzied Swarm, bottom floor, and this guy never actually does anything? Okay, that is true. True. Go ahead and Shade Splitter upstairs. Interesting question. How... Goes what? 118, and then he takes 74? How does that look numerically? So... 118 minus 74, that's what, like 44 health left? 44, and then we put in 8 Frostbite, so he takes 8 here, he takes 3 from the attack, and he takes 7 next turn. I think playing it like this does save us 2 Pyre health. So you go Frozen Lance, Flash Freeze, Frenzied Swarm. Right? Then he walks up and dies, the Frostbite. I guess we would have been okay from Cold Kalia's... Yeah, okay. We would have been fine because of Cold Kalia. Tethys actually swings because she's a lunatic. What if I seriously just go in on this rage here? It's a really good play. Because I also have the Prismal Dust payout. Does this just win? I think it does. Then you take 10 damage shield in front. I like that. Now I do take... I'm okay next turn because the Perils on my... Yeah, okay, the Perils is there. I'm going to go ahead and play the 10 Prismal Dust here. Okay. Thanks, Tethys, by the way. Very cool. We get the Perils, guaranteed. I'm going to keep playing it, right? It's not great, but we can actually get Tethys to swing mid-floor incredibly, which is excellent. We get the Trample Stone upstairs, which I'm also happy about. We kill that floor. I'm going to take out a Curse guy on bottom because this is just pure Pyre damage that we're taking here. Draw Perils? Hey, man, honestly, it's not a great strategy, but it's a strategy that is working for me. And she even swings downstairs. I'll take it. I feel pretty decent about this. if I can make it work. We connected it here. Yeah, you get the perils again. We get the immortal trade. We take a couple morsels and we're cruising. Yeah, honestly, pretty decent. I mean, if you can actually play the perils here, I think this wins. I think so. Hard to say no to Unnamed Tome, especially with Patient. I mean, even with Deep Offering present, I'm going to click on Unnamed Tome, and I don't think anyone can stop me. So there's that. Oh boy, Void Binding. Like one of the best -1 targets in the game right now for me. It's gotta be Void Binding. I'm calling a shot, and it's horrifying. We're gonna take this. We're gonna absolutely take this. I'm going to click on Divine Worn Grindstone. The reason I'm doing this is because I need to skate these mid-floors until I can actually hit magic shops and look. And I don't get a magic shop this floor, so almost certainly I have to then decide between do I dupe perils again, increasing the density, or do I use this opportunity to remove 2 cards and go to a steel shop and just buy removals. And probably a plus 25 on Collector if I'm keeping him around. We're going to take Grindstone here, though, for sure. Yeah, this helps a ton into this next combat. That is just a lot of damage on Gold Kalia. It's 2 whole rounds of resolve triggers. Oh, the hardest decision. I could get an overstack. The cave is pretty decent. I can think of some good options from the cave. Sunderstone, whatever. Tiny Stone, I don't feel like that actually helps me at all. I guess I would put it in a Collector. I might actually keep him for the run if he got a Tiny Stone. Because then I suppose I could dupe the Morsel Maker lady and get away with it. I think removals are very powerful. They're kind of comparable to adding another one, just they don't give me packed shards, right? You remove 2 garbage items, like straight up 2 Frozen Lances go here, or we use the opportunity to clear out some Train Stewards. I kind of like holding off on the Train Steward removals because I can stick them in front of Tethys for now. Strongly leaning left here. We have enough Pyre health. The money doesn't do me anything right away. Let's go left. Let's go for these removals. I think this is comparable to the dupe and safer. Second spell chain is interesting. Purge is good. I'm going to click that Purge probably. Look at this Merchant of Steel. Endless. Man, the game makes you sad for the Shark situation. We skipped Shark. I don't think I needed it, right? We have a Sweeper with a Light's Gift play, so it's fine, right? We're clearing backlines, but man, that would help for heavies too. Let's look at the caves. Hey, you know what? Heartstone is really good here. I don't want to mess with my lifesteal options on Collector, so it's never Petrified Heart. I don't foresee this being blood for blood. I'll just take the 4th upgrade on Cold Kalia. That's very cozy to me. Absolutely, that's a good pickup. 4th upgrade, Cold Kalia, we like to see it. She's very high on my duplicate list now. Look at that stat block. It's not impressive, but it's good. It's a good set of upgrades for her. We're going to take the removals on 2 Frozen Lances here. Yes. Because I can play out the Train Stewards and they don't come back. And they help Tethys right now. Whereas the Frozen Lances are getting in the way of finding my perils. So let's burn them. Burn them. Okay. This Purge is nice. I'm going to look at this Purge. And we're going to consider this. I like Shade Splitters because I currently have a Collector. And I'm not investing anything else. I could purge a Frozen Lance, leave. The thing is Frozen Lances do have some value as 20 and consume targets. I'm going to 3 magic shops, so I think the purge here probably is a Shade Splitter, if anything. I think this is worth it. Every single thing that brings me closer to drawing into my multiple perils every turn is worth it. Now, I'd love to toss another spell chain in, but I already have the 1, I can dupe it. I'd rather not take 15 shards here. 80 is a threshold of consideration for Ring 5. Things like, trying to think of examples. Crystal Cloak gets another stealth stack, for instance. There's some other ones as well, though. Now, I think I do buy removals. A single removal. There's money coming up. I could take 2 removals. Yeah, okay, we get two units or items out. Do we give up on Mollusk Mages here? What are my redraws? Give this a consideration real fast. 2, oh wait, rather, 1, 5, 8, 11, 13, 15, 16 cards. 16 cards on 6 draw. 3 of which are perils. It's pretty likely. Pretty likely, but not guaranteed. 2 cuts are valuable here. I think I do cut a Shade Splitter. 1. And I think we sit on that. I think it's actually 1 Shade Splitter, 1 Train Steward. We do want to improve our initial draw through still as well. Yeah, 1 Shade Splitter, 1 Train Steward. I guess it could be a Mollusk Mage. He's never fitting on the floor and he has less life. Yeah, okay, we'll toss a Mollusk Mage here then. And we sit on the rest of this. Although I will consider plus 25 for Crucible Collector, my friend. You've earned it. He's earned it. It's fine. I can get away with this because there is money coming up, and I get money guaranteed from this battle, so I'll be able to go to 180 and re-roll this shop for the holdover, which is really the only thing of import here. The rest of it can go away. If I do hit... what? Harpy? Harpy with lifesteal is pretty decent. I can get away with Aggressive Amulet. Hurts a little bit on getting the Collector, but I think it's fine. Collector because Tethys on mid-floor, right? Is Harvesters. You don't want to disrespect Harvesters, but... okay, this is a pretty good turn. We go burn the Shade Splitter. Lifesteal Morsel. We play our top floor down. I Tethys mid-floor. Huh. I'm not going to go on Perils yet, but I'm going to take the Incants upstairs. Because this lets me get the damage shield on Tethys, which guarantees she swings, which guarantees Collector here. Yeah, check this. She does a great job, in fact. Okay, so the angle then becomes double Shade Splitter upstairs, for sure. Wow, double attack morsels is your friend. It's a lot of damage. I could Mollusk Mage and then Perils on a morsel. This lets me put down a Flash Freeze into the tank, which I think is relevant. Yes, we'll do this. I'm going to Perils into a morsel. I'm not committing to this yet. We're going to also put down, man, 6 damage shield Tethys. I guess she stays in front. I don't want to farm. I don't want this guy to farm armor on me. Ugh, it's bottom floor, though. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right, she gets another round. So I guess so. Fair enough. It actually works pretty well here. It actually works pretty well here. Do I want a Void Binding so badly here? It's really good because I get the freely Frozen Lance into this front guy here. Big fan of that. 1 attack. She's going to pass away next turn to this Marksman, unless I hit the Frenzied Swarm. So I'm going to hit... I either hit Frenzied Swarm or Perils. I think we hold on the Void Binding because I'd like to... I'm drawing 6, and there are 7 cards in my deck. It's possible to Void Bind the bottom deck the Perils. And if you bottom deck Perils... we lose out on a lot of value here. I'm actually, what am I looking at? 33, 66, 100 and something damage, doing 30 here. I think if I do double, if I put these Frozen Lances here, now we're guaranteed to clear upstairs, which is great. So let's take some Incants where we can. I need to decide. I think we're free to play the Train Steward either way. We can get him out of the deck. He gives 10 armor, but it's just for the tank. It's not the big guys. It's a gamble. Do I win without it? 100, 100. I think I win without it. Let's play it. I think I win without playing anything in my next turn, is the thing. So we're going to go a little bit gambly here. We hit. All right, it's fine. Cool. We get the Umbra Stone in play. Amazing. And I can actually save mid-floor as well, which is very good. Take the incant where we can. Sure, I get random extra Ember Morsel. Seems good. I don't mind redrawing my Unnamed Tome, I suppose. This next floor is not amazing. We're going to Frenzied Swarm middle, so the question just becomes, is there an Unnamed Tome target I really care about? Let's put this bottom floor because it does have a Sycophant on it. And then we're going to save Tethys. Good job. Great work. Alright, and now it's just like, okay, we're going to see what we see. Let's ping the guy in the... This whole floor is falling apart. I don't get the Frenzied Swarm. This is a bad draw, but that's okay. Our next one is now almost guaranteed to see a Perils, which is cool. So I'm just going to drop in the Immortal trade here upstairs because I don't care. And bottom floor is, I want to leave the back guys because they are trample targets for Cold Kalia. So let's flash freeze the front guy because he's, well, let's hit that tank. And mid floor crumbles, and that's going to have to be okay. Yeah, here we go. We do draw literally every single peril on this turn, which is, for better or worse, just what's happening. I get a morsel though, it's pretty neat. Yeah, I get a morsel. I'll take incants where I can. It seems okay. This floor holds it together. We missed the void binding. It's fine, right? 42, 6 rounds. Hey, yeah, we're fine. It's weird, but we're fine. Yeah, it's good. Thank you. Plus 25 into Crucible Collector. It's easy to underestimate. Don't do it. Watch this, look at that. Numbers go down, numbers go up. We win almost certainly because of that plus 25. And this is why you do things like that. Anyway, I'm going to click on a second Unnamed Tome here, and I don't think anyone can really stop me. It slows me down, but it's a really good play. Oh my gosh, Furnace Tap, yes. Yeah, we click that. Maybe I'll eventually see a Permafrost or something? Magic Shop. Yeah, we go Magic Shop. There's other things I could see. I love removals, whatever. Just give me a holdover, please, video game. 20 consume a Frozen Lance, yes. -1 here. We're going to make Void Binding free, and I don't think anything can stop me. This has to happen. Remove Consume. I love me a Remove Consume Prismal Dust if we can pull this off. But... right, because how are you actually stopping Patient otherwise? Right? It's... maybe I need to do this. I'm going to do this. I know it kind of hurts what I'm trying to achieve here, but hey, we just see holdover. Just hit holdover. And it's chill. Game is chill. I'm going to hold off on the slot on the Prismal Dust because it could be a -2 eventually. Let's make things a little cheaper. Umbra Stone being 1 cost is probably the only thing that really matters here, although I guess 0 cost Shade Splitter. Making things 0 cost lets me go a little ham before drawing. Yeah, sure, that's good. Alright, we're feeling much better. Let's click the Horde. Improved Firebox. If they show me an Intrinsic, I'm putting it in Prismal Dust, and I'm going to grab Firebox, and that wins me the run. I have a chance. It's better than some of these other options. Worn Grindstone is not bad. Just staying it for the record. Jackstrips is not terrible, but Damage Shield Wave. I'm going to take the Firebox. The potential for this to pay off is huge. And I don't really have too much value from the other stuff. Okay. Alright, I'm feeling good. I don't think Arcus stands much of a chance once I get that Perils in action. Which is turn 1, as it turns out. Cool. Great work. Go team. Let's just click cards. I'm a big fan of clicking cards. This is an incant floor. Incant shard, rather. So he could get me, which is important to keep in mind. We're going to put... mid-floor is looking okay. We're going to go ahead and put a Shade Splitter down. because I do think that's valuable. And I'll take 5 damage shield, or 3 rather, into Cold Kalia to preserve it for Relentless. Yes. And then we actually get some incants mid-floor. I could have put Mollusk Mage down, but I don't really care. It does not actually matter. There's your incant shard. And the reason why that matters is because, oh no, what do? We actually could have gotten away with it because of Shade Splitter. We just Shade Splitter off floor, and then I put this wherever the heck. But because Tethys exists, I'm not afraid. I can just put it on her. And we chill, right? Actually, no, she does just pass away. We'll take the Immortal trait first. I don't actually care if Umbra Stone gets more expensive because it goes away. We chill. We're good. Goodbye, Tethys. Sorry about it. Alright. Give me that Perils. Give me Perils. We're going to keep clicking it. I go ahead and Furnace Tap here. I guess I should have considered Unnamed Tome on this floor. It doesn't really matter. Oh no. Whatever, I'm going to click the other one. I just don't need him here. Yeah, it's alright, it gets trampled through, it's fine. I could have saved like 30 damage into the boss or something, but it's all good. We have won this combat from this position. Incant Shard. We're chilling. I'm just incanting for armor at this point. There's really not much else I need to do here. We have the tools. We've already gotten our incant shard up here, which is what I was afraid of. Most of this is just free. We do a casual 400 trampled through. Yeah, good job. All right, we win. Great work. Go team. Okay. So, what did we learn? We learned that holdover Perils of Production is strong. And that's it. That's what we've learned. I think now it is still possible, for the record, for us to lose. It's just not very likely, is the thing. We could still whiff on Patient, but thanks to the plus 25 on her, I don't think there's any chance we lose on Divinity. So the real question is we need to answer Patient more reliably. I love this damage shield, by the way. I'm just pushing out 18 damage shield here. We easy win this combat. Yeah, I'm going to click the cards. You can't stop me. My goal here is to see what these final numbers come out to. Okay. We're looking at around 200 in health and change. We're doing, what? This is almost 750. This clears waves. This gets there. I think we have to stay pretty low on shards. This would not be a 200 shard run, but that's okay. It's not. Umberstone Wretch. Deep Offering. I don't hate Deep Offering, because it finds me my other cards faster. It finds me a Perils very quickly. Or potentially a Prismal Dust. I'm going to click my Deep Offering here. I like hunting. We take draw. Just hands down. I guess I could look wherever I want to. Maybe I see a Sunderstone and we just have a silly 5 upgrade Cold Kalia. It's possible. I do think Magic Shop is stronger because a double stack would be okay. On a Void Binding. Yeah, we'll go. I don't think the Steel Shop offers us anything anyway. Give me an Intrinsic Coward game. No, -2. I think I'll take it. Magic Shop says double stack. Alright, fair enough. Caverns says... Oh, I got space anyway. I could also take... No, it's just space. I don't really know what space does for me. I guess it puts Conduit on the floor, which affects all of 2 cards. 3 cards. 2 different types, but 4 in total. 3 once it gets... one of them gets removed with Consume. I guess we take Real Fortress Hammer. There's no real reason not to. I guess I don't really need space, right? What am I using space for? Is Collector actually hanging out in my end of my run? I don't think he is. I don't really see a reason for Collector now that, like, he did his job. He gets his picture on the... He gets his picture on the thumbnail if I remember when this episode goes live. But at the same time, I don't feel like he actually contributes anything meaningful here. So, and with a 1 space here, I could do like, what, 2 Cold Kalias and Tethys on floor and chill. Now, Tethys, of course, simply passes away on... she absolutely just dies on Divinity, but that's okay. I'm fine with that, right? Yeah, I'm fine with that. We'll Frozen Nostalgia here. I think it's more impactful. Not by much, but it's more impactful. Take a -1. Honestly, though, the double stack really belongs into this Furnace Tap, right? As tempting as it is to put this in Void Binding, I like it being 0 cost. That's true. You could... I'm going to -2 the Prismal Dust. I actually think the swing of 2 damage shield here is potentially very important. Okay. Now you could also -2 double stack the Furnace Tap and just full YOLO this. I think we're double stacking that anyway, but... because I definitely want the Prismal Dust getting the -1, the... With the Prismal Dust having the double stack, it doesn't actually provide that much value, I don't think. It's enough. I'm going to invest in this. I think it's worth it to invest in this. Nothing else better, right? I guess you could Deep Offering and dupe it. I'm going to probably dupe the Prismal Dust, though, or the Void Binding? Maybe it's the Void Binding. Remember, we're going for density here. Yeah, it's the Void Binding, I think. Alright, we'll do this. I'm going to go ahead and purge another card. Frozen Lances did shoot up in value a little bit. They do at least some damage. They clear something. I'm going to go ahead and burn a Shade Splitter then. Yeah. I am doing this because removals and everything are valuable. Conduit 2, literally useless. Okay. Alright, Handheld Totem 2, I guess. Sure. You get 1 extra hit point. Tethys is absolutely tragic on this run. Wow. Double stack here goes Furnace Tap mode. I see no reason not to here. It's very, very good. I -1 into... what? What do you -1 here? Deep Offering, maybe? Maybe. It's not terrible. We want to refine this. I could also just buy a removal, but this is a magic shop. I can always buy the same removal on another floor. Where am I going? It is a Hellvent with no removals. I'm very poor right now. I don't really see these Frozen Lances mattering, and if Conduit ends up on the floor, the -1s in there don't do me any good. Main reason I don't mind Flash Freeze in this state is because I'm almost always playing it off floor. Let's make Deep Offering cheaper, I guess. The reason why I'm arguing Deep Offering and not Furnace Tap is because I'm almost never playing Furnace Tap straight up like this. I'm not just YOLOing a Furnace Tap on a floor unless I know I'm going to hit the Perils next turn, or I already have it, right? My thought is it could take a Permafrost better, whereas Deep Offering, I'm YOLOing this the second I see it, right? If I've already missed Perils, I want to play this and have cards left over. I could maybe roll this and play Umbra Stone, things like that. Let's do this. I'm going to take the 60 reroll here. It's a 20 consume. There's a Permafrost. We could burn Frozen Lance, but Frozen Lance is suddenly not terrible. What if instead we just make Deep Offering free? I think that's worth more to me. I think that's worth more to me. And we move on having spent pretty much all of our resources. Mark of Invasion. At a minimum, we're guaranteed to survive this because Tethys exists. That's true. She swings and kills herself, and I'm honestly not mad about it. On floor 2, we always have our Cold Kalia. Light's Gift makes this not that threatening. Conduits are scary, but we'll have the tools for this. I think we're fast enough. We took double draw? Yeah, I think we're good. We can take this, and I think we have a guaranteed win on this floor. Okay, so in this particular instance, because of this draw order, we're going to go ahead and do Collector. You may as well play him, right? There's no reason not to. Even though it's 4 space, we can still fit Colcalia. I don't need morsels that badly, right? We're just going to hyper buff. Yeah, so we go Collector into Tethys, and we put some buffs into Tethys here, because you might as well put them somewhere where they're useful. Bottom floor is scary. It's not conduits. Let's put this damage in the bottom floor because that scares me. Right, it's conduits. I meant to say it's not Heaven Seal, is what I was trying to put down. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start with the perils here, so I can get Tethys and get the Gold Kalia in. Then we perils there. I'm going to... This guy in front is going to pass away very quickly, I suspect. And that's just going to have to be okay. I'm going to play this because it's free up here. Kind of want to put this damage in. I'm going to put this damage in the bottom floor. And I think we go, what? Shade Splitter here. We drop Mr. Shade Splitter elsewhere. I'm going to YOLO the Deep Offering and see what we hit. Hey, we hit an Immortal Trade, which does actually keep our guy alive, which is kind of cool. Upgraded enemies. We're going to... Remember, I want to hit either the Furnace Tap, the Umbra Stone, something here. The big threat right now is this middle enemy on mid floor. So let's respect him with the Frostbite. Let's do not unnamed tome your collector. Oh my god, I almost did it. Unbelievable. We sit on this. Do not unnamed tome your collector. Oh my gosh, that would have been rough. Okay. We missed the Umbra Stone, but I think we hit enough pieces that we're okay. I get the double stack Furnace Tap here, and I think we clear the floor, and it's honestly pretty good. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and burn one unnamed tome here. Play out the trains through it. I don't want it. And we're going to take Prismal Dust into our unit. Who gets this? I'm going to put it in the back, even though I think this is going to get wasted. Our boss benefits from the unnamed tome, so let's plan around not throwing it, I think. We're going to lose all of that damage shield very quickly, but that's okay. We'll keep generating it. I can actually keep my front line alive pretty comfortably, too, which is pretty cool. We get a Trample Stone, more damage shield. Looking pretty good there. I'm okay with that. We cleared a big heavy. Alright, I think we're actually okay. Right? I think we actually get away with it here. Our poor buddy is not gonna be long for this world, it looks like. But that's okay. We'll take the incants when we can get them. I'm gonna save. I'm not gonna click Frenzied Swarm here. Yeah. Alright, we're just gonna immediately drop this unnamed tome. I'm not gonna risk it. Just click it, go upstairs, and I think we chill. If this is what my end floor looks like, I'm not mad about it, right? Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think this wins. I think this wins the run, yeah. I mean, considering the density of my draws, any further removals are going to be hugely impactful. You can see what's happening and how this is working otherwise, so I'm pretty okay with this. We even generate enough armor to respectfully get there. This was a little slower than I wanted. Yeah, a little slower than I wanted. Only 179. Fortunately, the Furnace Tap does a lot of work here, but it's okay. Now, Furnace Tap does so much work here. I think we're okay overall. We have the pieces. Preserve, Crystalline Seeds. Ice Storm takes this Frozen Nostalgia pretty well if I'm really itching to put this to use. It also does get some value out of Conduit, I suppose. I don't know how important this actually is, though, right? I don't think it really matters. In fact, I think any draft here hurts me into Patient because I do not have the intrinsic on the battle pieces I need. It's true. I'm looking for card draw density. Yeah, we skip random cards here. We need to be very cautious about this. Like, Grovel is damage shield. I could take this. I don't think it's worth it. I can't use the morsels for anything. Yeah. Alright, we go right. The dupe is the #1 thing I could do for myself here. Make another copy of something. Let's look at the trinket shop real quick. Thinner Salve, Shadow Box, Rationing Scales. Spin this first. Chain of Gems helps a lot. Winged Technology. Well, Winged Technology turns Shade Splitters into a turn one savior. That's pretty good to me. I would like to stay under 130 to avoid the trample, because I could always also sacrifice Tethys, right? That is relevant. So if I'm going to stay under 130, I need to know my dupe. The question is there any reason to actually dupe the Cold Kalia? Creating another one doesn't actually do much for me, right? It's just a little bit of extra damage. One of them gets all my buffs anyway. Okay. I'm honestly leaning towards it being a Void Binding, just for Void Binding density. I have 3 perils. I think we're okay. I think removals are good. Just gonna say it. Another double stack. I mean, double stack Void Binding. It's not 0 cost anymore, but we hit the holdover. It's really strong. That's a big damage jump, which does super matter. It's a huge damage jump. Yeah, we're gonna double stack that Void Binding. And I'm probably going to take a duplicate on that, because it's high power. It's a really good card I want to play, and if I see it on turn 1, I can just throw it on... I can't. Because there's an option that hurts me here, right? Where you draw Collector first, and if I see turn 1 Void Binding... I mean, I guess if you see Collector first, you just sack him, right? Or I think you sack Tethys first. I kind of prefer sacking Collector, I suppose, because Tethys could maybe make a jank version of a solo run here with enough damage shield. She could solo, technically, if I somehow screw up horribly and lose both Cold Kalia and Collector. So, I don't mind him. Collector's not actually hurting me right now. He is just a body on the floor, and I don't really feel like I need to... I don't feel like I need another Cold Kalia. So I think we're okay with this. I could make Umbra Stone free. I could just buy removals here. I could buy Winged Technology, which... I mean, that turns... It's so bad for Divinity, but it does convert 2 Shade Splitters into a turn 1 survival on Patient. I guess I could use them for card draw on Divinity. If I take the Mask of Penumbra. It's what, Mask of Penumbra, and then I remove a card? What could they show me on this magic shop, right? Let me think about this for a second. Like a holdover? What if they show me remove consume? I would take a remove consume here, yeah? I would put it on Furnace Tap. So that would be what, 120, 180 to reroll. I'm looking at 220 left over. Should be no Mask of Penumbra. It's a removal and a couple -1s. So I think the play here is we take a -1 here into something. Shade Splitter, I suppose. It's a free incant and tank. Sure, why not? I think it's fine. Make the replayable card free. I don't think it's getting removed. Is it? Oh, it's actually, that's the removal target. Alright, we'll make Umbra Stone. Yeah, that's the removal target. Although if it's giving me a draw, it's probably pretty good. Might actually be the Frozen Lands. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in Shade Splitter. There's a lot of possibility that this ends up being a Mask of Penumbra target, and then it's just a free card draw, which is good. I'm gonna re-roll here. Remove consume at 115. Yeah, I'll buy that for $1. That's a Furnace Tap for the ages, which means that I get a -1 here. I may as well +10 on the Flash Freeze. It's pretty potent. Frozen Lances are doing their job. They're hitting 20, which beats a Wilt Wings, so I'm good with that. I leave them alone. I'm gonna +10 the Flash Freeze probably. We take the removal then. We don't get the Mask of Penumbra, and that's okay. So my cut goes to a Train Steward here to improve my initial card draws. Yes. The -1 here goes into Well, I guess something. I'm going to plus 10 the flash freeze, though. That's for sure. I'm going to -1 the Umbra Stone to make it a little more playable. The Frozen Lances are free on floor. The dupe here goes to, you guessed it, Void Binding. Anytime I draw this, I'm okay. There's enough card draws. I think Patient is guaranteed. This speeds me up a lot. I could go for a second Perils, but I think the damage shield is more relevant overall. Because this not only helps scaling, but this also helps against Patient. Yeah, we'll take the Void Binding here. I'm already at 110, so we're okay. Yes. And I think we chill. We chill, and I think we have it. 110 out of 100, let's go. This is a train of thought, so I'm okay. This would have been a ridiculously difficult train wreck episode, right? I can't actually think of how you manage this train wreck. Okay. This is acceptable. We are still playing top floor. Collector, I believe in the you that sacrifices your natural existence here. I could give up Tethys. How do I feel about giving up Tethys in exchange for this? I don't care about the Ember Drain all that much. I have the Perils in turn 1. I think he doesn't have Trample because of the Shard Threshold. I think we just full send, right? I think we just full send here, and we're okay with it. Tethys can go in front, that's fine. Yeah, and we disrespect. I will not further incant here. There is no reason to do it. No reason to do it. Cool. Alright, this is nice because it means I get the Immortal trade up front, which saves him a little bit of life. We're going to go ahead and play double Rubble Morsels here, and they're just going to pass away downstairs, and that's fine. I am playing Furnace Tap here. I think it's the more important card. Ooh, but I think 6 damage shield's actually way more important. 6 damage shield's way more important. These floors are... He's a slow roller. Do I click... I have 0 Ember. I don't want to hit a Void Binding here. Yeah. He's a slow roller. He being Patient. His floors suck. So I'm not actually afraid of this. Yeah, okay. Unnamed Tome first, buddy. Go for it. Click the cards. Alright, he loses. We win. Good job. I'm just going to click all my cards here, pretty much. I may as well daze this man. Goodbye. Yeah, alright, cool. He loses. It's fine. We win. My guy in front has 6. We hit the Void Bindings. We're chilling. Cool. You just click both Void Bindings. We sack our units that don't matter. Easy. Alright, we have Patient. Good. I think we handled this about as well as we reasonably could have, right? There certainly are some challenges to this particular combat, but I think we hit. Well, not only did we hit, but I think we respected an appropriate, a healthy amount here, which is relevant. We respected him, and that's important, in my opinion. There you go, bud. You deserve it. I'm going to click cards because they are free. I'm going to go ahead and Deep Offering here. Yeah, more Void Binding seems nice. I'll click the rest of this into Prismal Dust. All that matters is my back unit. If everything else passes away, it's whatever. We're going to push a lot of numbers here. We push big numbers. Yeah, because we get another Furnace Tap on that. Yeah, that's a good floor. Cool, I'm doing an astronomical amount of damage in a turn. I think this easy wins Patient. I mean, obviously, he's already got 1,000 life left. And then it easy wins Divinity as well. So we are cruising. Good, great. All right, that's Monster Train. All right, whew. A tricky Tethys run. But I think we get out of this. I'm already talking about it like it's a foregone conclusion. And the truth is, I'm going to be real with you. I think it is. I think it is, my guys. I don't see how he lives one round. We're just going to press end turn here. Yeah, buddy, good job. He doesn't even make it past turn 1. He doesn't even get all the hits from Cold Kalia. We chill. Cool, and then this is going to look even better into the Divinity. Tethys will die. unless I high roll my turn 1, and honestly, I'm not mad if she passes away. It's okay. She's not important to this run at all. Hey, I mean, we actually high rolled. Again, sadly, no big payout for Yawn Prismal Dust. It's okay. She lives! I can't believe it. This is actually a terrible turn 1 draw, but that's okay. Truly bad, in fact. Play out the Mollusk Mage. Don't touch anything else. Click Frenzied Swarm. It's just a complete nothing burger of a turn 1. Alright, we got it. We are now officially online. Cool. Good job. Hooray, sneezing. Whew, that was unexpected. I'm going to work on Damage Shield Friends a little bit. I have enough Ember. Let's send the Deep Offering. Yeah, that's good. Alright, we're fine. I was thinking about this from the angle of, okay, how do I avoid losing to Mr. Damage Shield Friends? And the answer is just make my numbers bigger than their health pool. Yeah. And we got that with that Deep Offering play, so I'm good with it. Now, Tethys will die, and that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I could keep Tethys alive. I could actually keep a lot of things alive by spreading out the Prismal Dust. Yeah, that's fair. But I am a little more concerned about Clip Guardians downstairs. Let's spend one unnamed tome downstairs. I'm not... Tethys... I'm not particularly worried about you. I don't... Should I keep her around? You deserve... You know what, Tethys? Tethys, you deserve it. Alright, Tethys. I'll toss an Immortal Trade up front. I think my guy will live. Probably. Maybe. Oh, by the way, Chains. The genius second unnamed tome for Chains is huge. My guy in front is looking a little rough. But that's okay. Ugh. If I could redraw that... Tethys, I think, is going to kill herself on... Yeah... Unfortunate. Let's play the armor. I mean, I think 2 damage shield is not bad. Let's put this damage shield on... Tethys? Tethys, you earned it? Tethys, you've earned it, I guess? It's fine. It could be so much worse. I think Tethys passes away from the spikes here, because... Well... I can actually keep my floor a little bit together here, and I'm kind of here for it, right? That saves something. Let's put a Void Binding in front. I know it's weird to want to do it, but I think it's actually okay to keep my floor a little bit more intact. Tethys, I think, is gone now. She did her job. She took all of those spikes hits, and now we're going to feed into the rest of our floor. The only thing she is doing is, yeah, it's fine. We're not messing around. Void Binding there, Immortal Trade up front. She's too hard to keep alive. Is there anything... Oh, actually, I can keep her alive. I actually can with Frenzied Swarm. Tethys, you've earned it. Tethys, my queen. That is both awful and amazing. Tethys, my queen, you live. Do it. Oh, it's amazing. I love it. I'm super here for it. You know what? At this point, I'm committed. I think we win anyway, so it's kind of whatever. I'm not that pressed about it. Here you go, Tethys. You've earned it. We have 14 damage shield in the back. I think I win next turn. We're okay. The trample on this next floor is going to be very strong. Yeah, we got it. And Tethys lived. Tethys! Damage shield for Tethys. Alright. Tethys, my queen, you live. Don't click anything else. It's fine. We trampled the obliteration out of this guy. He just completely fails to live. Alright, good stuff. Tethys lived as well. She did great. She did her best. I don't know what anyone expected. She did her best, which is not very good, and you know what? It's okay. She actually, her sweep, the fact that she says sweep on her card was pretty okay for a couple combats, right? She guaranteed me Ring 7 Collector. She guaranteed me Ring 7 Trial. You know, why am I giving her so much crap? She just says sweep. She's so bad, but sometimes you just need something bad, and it's enough. Yeah. Look at this. You get this unit. Look at her. She's so rough. Crucible Collector, by the way, makes it to the end of the run. And honestly, no reason not to. He didn't really contribute anything, but there was no reason to remove him because he was actually a buffer on Patient. And there was no benefit for me having a second Cold Kalia here. So I was just thinking to myself, well, why make the space? Why buy the removal? Just play the guy. And truly, I mean, think about him versus like Self-Made Harpy. Think about him early game. This unit is not good in the DLC, but sometimes he is what you need to not lose. And if you just keep not losing, eventually you win. And that's how the game works. It's really weird how that happens, but I'm very pleased with it. It's always nice when you get to see one of these guys, or one of these units that classically gets derided in the DLC, perform well. And he doesn't perform well by winning your run. He performs well by just keeping you afloat until you win your run. And that until is when I hit holdover on perils. I think we could also have still done pretty well by just duping the non-holdover perils as many times as humanly possible and then removing so many things. We actually cleared a lot of stuff out of this run. Right? I mean, think about this. There's what? 3 Frozen Lances left. There's 4 Shade Splitters, or 2 Shade Splitters. Wow, really? 2 Shade Splitters, 3 Frozen Lances. I did leave in a Train Steward because it's a quote unquote consume card, right? And with low shard counts, low being, 100 to 130, Train Steward can tank Patient around. I don't hate that. Mollusk Mage is the same. These guys are not helping this run whatsoever at this point, but they're just the least offensive thing remaining at this stage. So, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's crazy. The Prismal Dust paid out big. I think the Void Binding was an absolutely correct take. Honestly, though, let me just be clear. Ember Drain as an archetype is one of the strongest things in Umbra and one of the most important card sets that's available to you. If you can use it even remotely reasonably, you should probably try to do that. It's one of the ways you get out of runs like this that are just very tough otherwise. What is Umbra otherwise contributing to this run? Very little. Very little. It's the Ember Drain package and Crucible Collector. Okay. Yeah, okay, also Umbra Stone. Umbra Stone's a very good card. Yes, Trampling is excellent. We love to see it. For the record, I think we actually do a lot more damage and kill the Divinity faster if I put Tethys behind Cold Kalia. I think her 15 damage actually stole some trample targets, but I put her in front because I wanted her to take spikes. So I'm just audibly saying that out loud so that you hear me and you understand why I made that decision, because I wanted to hedge against the spikes plays. There's 2 floors where that could happen. There's what is it? I think, yeah, there's the Ember Drain wave that you get on wave 7? Is that wave 7? I think it might be. Anyway, there's an Ember Drain wave that has it, and then there's, of course, the Harvest wave, which is terrifying, which would have threatened Cold Kalia a little more. Honestly, I also could have just let Tethys die, and that would have helped it too, but I was having too much fun keeping Tethys alive at that point, and we already had the win kind of in the bag, so oh no, I didn't trample 1 turn faster, whatever, it's fine. But all good. The Trample Stone did a huge work here. Honestly, Morsel Maker's Infusion did fine too. I guess I should give that some credit. It's about as good as a Siren of the Sea would have been here. Well, Siren of the Sea would have been better because of all the spell chains, actually, and my card draw, but it's okay. Morsel Maker's fine. It was what was shown to me, and therefore I was able to use it. Morsel Maker's Infusion shines more on units that you just have a crap ton of, right? So things like Spike Driver Colony take the Morsel Maker Infusion really well, but It's still fine. It's better than nothing. It's better than using Crucible Collector's Infusion anyway, which is pretty garbo. So anyway, though, I think there's not much else to say. I'm pretty pleased with us getting out of this. It was a pretty tricky run. I won't say it's cursed or anything, but it was tough. So we're happy to have done it. And I will let you go there. So yeah, that brings us up to 226 wins on the series. And hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.